Alright guys, so I just finished reacting to the Wuthering Waves 2.6 live stream, and we have a lot of things to talk about. Alright, a lot of things to talk about. This patch is actually pretty huge. Alright, when it comes to the story, characters, and quality of life updates, it's actually pretty big. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So when it comes to events in version 2.6, I will say the events in this patch are pretty good. We scroll down over here, you guys can see for events, we have a lot of things going on. We have featured exploration event, Singis, Platus, Travel, Atlas. We have area exploration event, Hunt of Ash and Steel. We also have photo collection event, right? They do this all the time whenever there's like a new area. We have the title defense simulator. This is pretty much like your tower defense event. Honestly, I don't really care about this tower defense game mode, but hey, it's something to do and we're getting more rewards, so it is what it is. We also have the 7-day login event. They do that every patch. We also have the second coming of Solaris, the leisure event. We have Marks of the Wind limited time puzzle event. We also have the Moonlit Revelation lunar phase divination event. Now, this event over here is a little bit confusing because they said in the live stream that we're gonna receive buffs in this event, and when you like get all the buffs, you're gonna pretty much get like some like a profile picture or whatever. It's like and like it's an exclusive profile picture. But what's confusing about this event is, what is the buffs for? What are the buffs for? Like, what are we gaining from this event? You know, so we're gonna have to wait and see what this event is really about, because I'm pretty sure they're going to release this event when drops, right? It's not going to be available as soon as 2.6 is live. It's going to be available when drops. So I don't really know what's going to happen in this event, but I'm looking forward to it. Beyond the Waves Renacita, we already have that in multiple updates. Wind Rider Project. By the way, guys, we did it. All right, we did it. We can finally fly in Huanglong and the Black Shores. So this is a major W in the game. The fact that we can actually fly in 1.x region. This is like one of the main things we've been complaining about in the game. So this is really, really good. Devs listened. And we also have the Back to Solaris event. So overall, when it comes to events, I'm pretty satisfied with events. Now, moving on, we have new main quests. So we're pretty much going to have 2 acts. By Sun's Burning Hand, this is going to be available when 2.6 goes live. And we're also going to have By Moon's Faded Light. This is going to be available when Yuno's banner is available, so phase 2. They're doing the same thing they did with Lupa, right? You guys remember protecting Lupa? They pretty much dropped the next act when Lupa's banner dropped. We also have free 10 pulls, so we have free 10 Radiant Tides and free 10 Forging Tides. They're gonna drop when Yuno's banner drop. I hope that they don't do the same crap they did in Anniversary, where they put this event in like the event tab and there was like a countdown. We had no access to the free 10 pulls. That was just frustrating. I hated that. So hopefully they don't do the same thing. I'm assuming they're not gonna do the same thing because they said it's gonna be available when Yuno drops. So hopefully they don't like shove this in our face and be like, yeah guys, you can't claim this until Yuno is live, so go fuck yourself. Like that was just annoying. But of course, new location. It's honestly impressive how they're able to release back-to-back new areas, and like they've been dropping new areas consistently. You look at 2.5, we had the new area with like, you know, Frolova and Fenrico, right? That the new event, not the new event, but the new story. They dropped that new area. There's really not much going on in that new area, but it's still a new area. You look at Septimont. They've been dropping new areas per patch, which is insane. So that's actually very impressive. We also have new echoes here. So I'm pretty sure we have three new 4-cost echoes. So we have the False Sovereign. This is obviously going to be for Augusta. We have Lady of the Sea. This is probably going to be for Yuno. We also have this Monster Hunter looking monster here. This is probably going to be for Yuno. I have no idea. But we have 3 new 4-cost echoes. Pretty cool. And we also have some new 3-cost and 1-cost nightmare echoes. When it comes to 1-cost nightmare echoes, they're only there to like pretty much activate the new set, and that's pretty much it. When it comes to like their new design, whatever, I don't really care about that at all. New Phantom Echoes. I will say Fallacy of No Return, his Phantom version is really cool. I like the color scheme here. And Phantom Carousel, however you say that, pretty cool too. And when it comes to the new Sonata effects, so people are saying that at first I thought that Crown of Valor was only for Augusta, but it seems like Crown of Valor is for Augusta and Yuno, because Augusta can activate Shield, and I think Yuno can do the same thing too. So they're pretty much doing the same thing they did with Frolova, where Frolova, she had like a 3-piece set. But the thing I don't like about this is the fact that they're pretty much doing like the Nightmare Echo grinding thing again, where like you can only farm once a day, and you have to pretty much wait for a reset. You can't use stamina. You have like 36. You can pretty much like, you have to defeat 36 echoes, and then you will probably claim like 14 echoes or 13. So it is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. We also have another set over here called Law of Harmony. Now this set, people are saying that this is for Galbrena, because they did show Galbrena in the live stream. By the way, she looks really cool. It says casting echo skill grants 30% heavy attack damage bonus. So Galbrena is probably going to be like a heavy attack unit. I mean, I'm assuming she is, because that's what it says here. It says additionally, all resonators in the team gain a 4% echo skill damage bonus for 30 seconds. This is actually insane. A 30-second 4% echo skill damage bonus is a lot. That's a really long time. And it says stacking up to 4 times. Echoes of the same name can only trigger this effect once. The record of echo triggering this effect is cleared along with this effect. At 4 stacks, casting echo skill again resets the duration of this effect. So probably going to be very good for Galbrena, Hunterella, and that's pretty much it, right? So this is really like an echo skill, echo set. Next we have Tactical Hologram, Lady of the Sea. And when it comes to optimizations, once again, guys, we can fly in 1.x regions. Let's give a round of applause. Devs listened. So it says over here, press the flight button in any open space to ascend and start flying. So now you no longer have to like rely on elevated terrain. You can just jump up and fly, which is really good. It says additionally, flight will become available in Jinzhou and the Black Shores as well. You can enjoy the thrill of soaring in these 2 regions. Now, they did say in the live stream that when it comes to future upcoming regions, flying is not going to be the only, mechanic that they're going to introduce in new regions. They're going to introduce more enhanced exploration mechanics. So looking forward to that as well. We also have updated permanent events here. Now, this right here is what's really concerning. I think version 2.6 is a really great patch overall. But when they went over TOA and that they're adding 2 new floors in Hazard Tower, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of sus, man. It's kind of sus. Because when you do take a look at TOA, right, you have to consume stamina. Whenever you use a character in TOA, you're consuming stamina. So the solution to this is that you're going to have to build more trash characters like Calcharo to clear lower floors, so that when it comes to your strong characters, you can save them for higher floors. Because, since they're adding 2 new floors, we're pretty much getting 100 more Astrites, which is nice. But at the same time, you do have to worry about stamina. So I just hope that TOA doesn't turn to some sort of roster check where, oh man, we're going to release more floors in Hazard Tower. And if you don't have these characters, if you don't have enough characters on your account to clear these higher floors, well, just go fuck yourself, Hopefully it doesn't turn to that, because when we come over here in the live stream, so let's come over here to this segment. Let me see if I can actually find it real. So what's very interesting about this is when you guys take a look at the first 2 floors in TOA, you have like the required element, right? They pretty much recommend you to use a specific element. And you also have resistance. Over here, you have electro and arrow. They want you to use that. And then the resistance, like the enemy is going to be resistant to Glacio and Spectro. So that's for the first 2 floors. It's always been like that. But when they actually show us Floor 3, you guys can see we have 3 buffs in floor 3. And you are not they're not telling you to use a specific element. They're not recommending you an element, right? So that's what I find really interesting about the 2 new floors. 3 new buffs. They're not recommending you an element. Plus, there is no resistance to the enemy. I'm assuming that they definitely do have resistance, but it's not as, aggressive as floors 1 and 2. Now, we also received a Whimpering Wastes update. So in version 2.6, we have this new feature called Burning Waves. So when we come back over here, this is what they said for Whimpering Wastes. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, we are also getting a new overdrive zone, which is pretty good. More rewards. But yeah, so over here, you guys can see top left corner here, this is the Burning Waves feature. It says 97% complete. Now, they didn't really specify the buff, like what you're gonna gain from Burning Waves once it reaches like 100%. So I'm assuming that's gonna be like a huge damage increase. And if that's the case, then that's really, really good, because when it comes to Whimpering Wastes, one of the main issues with Whimpering Wastes is how tanky these enemies are. We don't really have a lot of time to clear these enemies. So letting us deal more damage to clear them is not a bad idea. However, is this going to be like a solution that's going to fix Whimpering Wastes long term? Like, is it going to permanently fix it? I don't know. Because if you guys are going to constantly increase the HP for these enemies, is this buff really going to work that long? Like, maybe not. So once again, what they need to do for Whimpering Wastes is they need to release at least 1 golden token that benefits every DPS character, right? It's pretty much like a universal token. It works for everybody. And if they want to implement 2 shield tokens, they can go ahead and do that. That's what they need to do. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the Whimpering Wastes update. We just have this new feature called Burning Waves. Now, they also added a claim all feature, which is also really good, because when it comes to claiming rewards, the fact that you have to claim them one by one, it is annoying. So now that we can finally claim all, like we have a claim all feature in, not the gallery, but like trophies, events, and etc. Really, really good. Plus, for the gallery, you can now look at weapons. And of course, we got the new resonators, man. We got Augusta and man, Augusta, I can't wait to get this character, bro. She looks really, really good. And I'm actually happy the fact that both characters don't rely on negative status. That is a huge W. Some people are theorizing that Augusta is going to rely on a lot. But since Augusta is a heavy attack unit, I think Augusta, Mortefi, and Shorekeeper would be good, right? That would be like a really nice free-to-play team. I just hope that, the damage difference between you having, and not having her is not that insane. Point where, like, if you don't have, it's like her damage is going to be pretty bad. Hopefully that's not the case. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Now, when it comes to the phase 1 banners, so when I was reacting to the live stream, a lot of people in my chat had mixed feelings. Some people didn't really care, but some people didn't like this. And the reason why is because they're pretty much dropping like 2 rerun banners in phase 1. We have Carlotta and Shorekeeper. Now, me personally, I don't really see an issue with this, and the reason why is whoever you choose in this in this phase, you're gonna win no matter what. If you choose Carlotta, you're gonna win. Carlotta is like one of the most busted DPS units in the game. Extremely cracked. So if you decide to skip Shorekeeper, if you don't have her and you go for Carlotta, you're winning. If you decide to skip both Carlotta and Shorekeeper and go for Augusta, Augusta is probably going to be like the strongest electro character in the game. So this is definitely going to be a W for you. And if you decide to go for Shorekeeper, she's like the best support character in the game. So it really comes down to who you want on your account. Who are you aiming for? Do you need a support character? And if you do, then you would go for Shorekeeper. But the thing is dropping in phase 2. So I have a huge feeling that is probably going to be way better than Shorekeeper. So it would be better for you to get Augusta or Carlotta. That's what I would do. Because Shorekeeper, it's pretty obvious that Kuro, they're moving away from Shorekeeper being like the only support character in multiple team comps. Like when you take a look at characters like Kartethi, right? Kartethi, you want to put it with Air Rover, Chakona. Or you look at Zani, you would have put Zani with Spectra Rover, or you can put her with Shorekeeper and Phoebe, right? When you take a look at these most recent DPS units, they're not really you're not really using Shorekeeper with them. Fusion team, right? Ever since they released Lupa, you're using Brant, you're using Chun-Li and Lupa. So we're obviously straying away from the Shorekeeper meta and plugging her into every team. So I don't really see phase 1 as a problem. I don't see it. I can definitely see people being frustrated, and it's understandable. Like if you don't have Shorekeeper and they dropped her with Augusta, that can be frustrating. I understand. All right. But is this like something we should be crashing out about? Something we should be, you know, mauling about? Not really. When we take a look at phase 2 here, we have Chakona and Yuno. Pretty good, right? If you are in desperate need of an air erosion, you know, applicator, like a applicator, for example, Chakona, then now is your chance to get Chakona. I would honestly recommend you to get Yuno instead. It's not worth going for Chakona, especially if you don't have Kartethia. So Yuno, definitely gonna be an amazing unit. You look at these weapons. Augusta's weapon looks absolutely amazing. By far one of my favorite weapons in the game. Yuno's weapon also looks pretty cool. Now, this over here, this kind of pissed me off because my chat, they were saying that they're going to implement 4-star weapons 2.6. They didn't really go through this in the live stream. So I was like, damn, like they're not introducing any new 4-star weapons. That sucks. But when I checked the website over here for more details, it seems like we're going to get more battle pass 4-star weapons. So once again, you are required to spend money to get these 4-star weapons. And it is frustrating because we are in desperate need of 4-star weapons. And this is good, but at the same time, like, why can't you guys just implement a free 4-star weapon in an event? Or just release more 4-star weapons and put them in the gacha, right? That would be way better. So the fact that they're locking these 4-star weapons behind the battle pass, kind of frustrating. Hopefully next time they implement more 4-star weapons without putting it in the battle pass. Phase 1 weapons here we have, of course, Carlotta weapon, Augusta weapon, Shorekeeper weapon, and for phase 2 we have Yuno weapon and Chakona weapon, and we also had the special events where they went through that. Let me go ahead and play this for you guys because you guys can't really hear it. Yes. Oh, all right, we're good to go. You guys can see Galbrina and Kartethia. Oh, the story is getting more and more intense. I don't know where this is at, but this place looks insane. Is this in Septimon or like, I don't know. This looks crazy. So, yeah. Looking good, man. Looking good. So, yeah, man. 2.6 W patch. W patch. We can finally fly in Huanglong and Black Shores, which is really good. The events look really nice, right? We're getting a lot of rewards, and the characters look really good. So I will say 2.6. It's a 7 out of 10. All right, it's a 7 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I can't wait to go through this patch. I can't wait to go through the story. Can't wait to play with Augusta, and you know, things are looking good. But when it comes to TOA, I ain't gonna lie, TOA looking kind of sus, man. TOA is looking kind of sus. Hopefully it doesn't turn to some sort of roster check in-game mode where you just have to have every single new limited character in order to clear higher floors. Hopefully that's not the case. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll catch you guys on the next one.